Welcome to the Rise to Shine podcast with Noelle Kustas, where we ignite the spark to discover your favorite self. It is time to get real, ladies. Hello, and welcome back to the Rise to Shine podcast. I'm your host, Noelle Kustas, and today I have someone on the show who truly lights up every room she walks into. She's not only my friend, but one of the women who inspires me daily with her energy, her laughter, and her heart for empowering others. Pam is 62, and ladies, we're not afraid to say our age around here because she is proof that purpose doesn't have an expiration date, and she has been an entrepreneur for the last 9-ish years, helping women feel beautiful from the inside out through her makeup tutorials, her health products, her joyful spirit. She reminds us that midlife isn't the end of something, but it's the beginning of something extraordinary. So grab your coffee or maybe your makeup brush, whatever it is, because today we're going to be talking about saying yes to new beginnings and how we rediscover our spark in midlife, and just really owning this amazing chapter in our lives. So, Pam, welcome to the show, my friend.
Oh, I am so excited to be here. Thank you so much for inviting me, and I can't wait to dive into this with you.
Yes, it's so good. Okay, so we're going to do just that. We're going to dive in because I know you and I mean, even before we hit record today, I was giggling because I was like, I better hit record because we're going to start having these great conversations and I'm going to miss some of it. But every time I connect with you, I literally just have a huge smile on my face. And when I say that you inspire me, I mean that from the bottom of my heart. And what is wild is that we've never even met in person. We connected through a group that we were in, kind of a networking group and a container that we were in, getting coached in. And I just immediately felt your energy. And I thought, I got to get to know this lady. And I am so glad that I did because it has just been so much fun getting to know you, and you've come into the Glow Up School, which has been fantastic. And you just, like I said, you just light up a room. So we're going to get right into the good stuff. And I'm just going to just start with this question. What was it that made you say yes to starting an entrepreneurship, a business in your 50s? What was it?
Well, it was a time in my life where I was asking myself each day, why was I put on this earth? I don't know if you've ever had that where you're like, I was not put on this earth just to go to work, come home, make dinner, wash, rinse, repeat. Like, that's not why I was created. And I just couldn't find that. And I was 55 years old at the time, and life started getting dull, like the same thing every day. And I didn't want to live that way. And I thought, you know what? I started watching, this is going to sound really crazy, but I started watching a girl on Facebook putting makeup on, which I didn't even know how to apply makeup at that time. I wore lipstick and
Yeah.
blush, yes, and
Wow.
not very well. You know, the old apples of the cheeks for the blush? That's what I did. And so I started I found myself watching her every day do these live videos. And I was like, I think I'd like to try some makeup. So, anyways, as the story went on, she sold me the kit. And then I thought, you know what? If she can do this, maybe this was what I was created for. Maybe there's a woman out there that doesn't know how to apply makeup like I didn't know how to apply makeup, and I can inspire her to do the same thing. So that's how it all started. As crazy as that sounds,
That's wild.
it's just, that's exactly how it all started.
Okay, so a couple of questions around that. First of all, were you in a career at the time or were you stay-at-home mom? What was it that you were doing when this all kind of like started to come about?
I was extremely busy at that time. So,
Mhm.
my corporate job was, I am a registered pharmacy technician. So I was working in the hospital pharmacy at the time. Probably around that time, I was in my 20th year of working. And it was, and my husband worked full time. We had two sons in hockey, so it was like, you run this way, I'll run this way. And it just got so monotonous, and it was like, there has to be more to life. Like, there
Mm.
has to be more than this. And so that's when I started searching. And crazy enough, it was a makeup bag that brought
Wow.
me to this journey.
I love this so much, and I can relate so much because I too was, in a career for over 20 years. Always thought that that was just going to be my career. I was going to retire in it as a teacher. Again, family running all different directions because kids are in sports, their busy schedules, all of the things. So I relate so much to that. But I also relate to that place that we hit that so often women hit. Typically, I feel like it happens around midlife, and it's where we go, is this all there is for us right now? I feel like I'm being called to more fulfillment. And I know that there's a whole conversation around that, but I would love to ask you, when you did this, was it just, and I mean, obviously you were watching these videos,
Yeah.
but was it really scary to take that leap? And did it happen once you made that decision? Did it happen quickly? Was it a slow process? What was that like for you?
Oh, it was very scary to make that leap, because putting yourself out there on social
Mm.
media, and I do this almost every single day. I've done it for the last 9 years. Putting yourself out there, you're really like opening yourself up.
Oh.
And I didn't know how much I wanted to open myself up, like show people my life, but I also didn't want to miss this opportunity that literally has changed the entire trajectory of my life. So it was really, really scary. But I encourage you, if you feel that pull, I just felt that pull, like this was where God, or whoever you believe in, this is where
Yeah.
that person was pulling me into that direction. So I just went for it.
Oh, I love that. Talk about a leap of faith, literally a leap of faith. And how did that vision start to evolve from just, trying something to realizing that this was for sure part of your purpose?
Well, when I did the very first live video, which my first live videos were awful, I will just say they were awful. I had people coming on my live videos that I had never met before,
Mm.
and they started to talk to me, and it was women
Aw.
like me in that age group. And then I started thinking, you know what? Like, maybe they don't have a good friend, or they don't have a spouse, or they don't have someone to talk to or to engage with. And I realize that this is kind of artificial because it's online, but it's still a
Mhm.
connection. So I thought the first couple I did, my sisters were like, you gotta get a little bit better. Like, you can't be going in behind the door and coming back out. Like, you gotta set yourself up a little bit better. And I was like, well, okay, I'll just keep trying. And that's exactly what I did. I just kept trying every single day to make
Mhm.
myself better, to connect with more people. And I will honestly say, some of these women that I have connected with have been with me from the very first video that I posted online. And I feel like we are such great friends, even though I've never met any of them in person.
So
And
cool.
they've followed me through the entire journey.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
I mean, I have to say, you bring so much joy. I absolutely love your humor in your tutorials and just even following you on Instagram. It, like I've told you before, you're one of my favorite faces to wake up to because you're a little bit ahead of time for me. So you're already like making your coffee, doing all the things. And I just, even your good morning friend with your eye patches on, like all of it just, I don't know. There's just something like warm. And I think that it really is about your authenticity and it is
Oh,
who you are to the
yeah.
core. So my question would be, how do you keep it fun even when like the business part of it might feel hard at the time? How do you keep that fun? Is it the authenticity? I mean, I feel like that's so much a part of it for you.
Yes, yes, definitely. It's the authenticity. Like there's days where, let me just be frank and honest here. I don't want to get online and say, good morning, friend.
All
But
right.
if I don't do that, I have so many people that message me and they're like, I was looking for your good morning this morning and I didn't see you.
There it is.
So then I know like I need to continue to do this, right?
Mhm.
And I am 100% authentic. Like if you look at my hair sometimes, it's like I just rolled out of bed, but that's who I am and that's who I want to portray. I don't want to portray
Yeah.
myself as something I'm not.
Yeah.
And I feel like women can relate to that even more. And it's just fun for me. Like it's
Yeah.
just become a part of my brand. It's become a part of my day. It's become a part of who I am. So it just,
Totally.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
it's
and
fun.
well, and it's even, I mean, not that it's fun for you when you're having a bad day, but when you're having a bad day and you're like, seriously, like I'm
Yeah.
here, just your, again, it's the humor that comes out of it, and it just makes me go, you know what? She's so right. And I remember the first time somebody said that to me, where it was back when I was selling jewelry and I was still teaching. And I would go on every morning, and it became part of my brand as well to just kind of do a good morning and just show what I was wearing for the day. And once I got out of teaching, it things just were changing and evolving, and I wasn't doing that as consistently. And I'll never forget when someone said, "I miss you. I miss like seeing your face every day and just your smile." And I was like, really? I had
Yes.
no idea what that meant to other people. And it is very evident for me when you don't go online. If there's ever a time that, like, oh, wait, I'm not seeing her today, or, if it's maybe a little later, or maybe I just, haven't seen all of my socials yet. But you notice the women that show up, and you do build this interesting relationship with someone online. And just like how you did with that gal who was doing makeup tutorials, you
Yeah.
just there's an energy that happens, and you exchange that energy. And I have come to realize, because that was several years for me, I've come to realize, wow, it's not about us. It's really about what we're putting out into the world, and however that is reaching and helping other women, that becomes such a beautiful thing. Because some people, I'm sure you're probably in the same boat, where people are like, why do you get on social media every day?
Oh,
Why do you do
100.
this?
Yeah. 100%. Yes.
Right, right.
Yeah.
Yeah. But it does become that interactive relationship. And it is wonderful when we have a business, because you don't get to know. I mean, everything is so virtual now. And I will tell you, some of my people that I would call some of my closest friends these days have come from the virtual world, which is wild. I would have never known this side of things had I stayed in my same career, I don't think.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have some friends that, like I said, I have been with me from the beginning and we chat with each other every day like we're sisters. Like they know my humor, they know my sarcasm,
Yep.
and I'm able to like just be myself with these people.
Yeah.
And it's a wonderful thing. It really, really is.
It is.
Like, yeah.
Well, and how has your definition of confidence changed over time as you have gotten into all of this?
Oh, like again, a 360 trajectory. Like, if you can believe this, I was a very like non-confident person, always picking apart my looks. Like,
Yeah.
I'm not smart enough, I'm not thin enough, all of the things that we as women tell ourselves, which is
Yep.
complete BS.
Totally.
And then when I started doing this, I'm like, no, I can change this whole like feeling that women have about themselves in a good way.
Yeah.
And if I can, I always preach to myself. I actually have a sticky right on my mirror: impact over income. Like, I want to
Love it.
make an impact before I make an income. Because if I can impact one person to step out of their comfort zone or do something that they never thought that they would even try or do, then I call that successful, you know? So yeah, it's really
Yeah.
changed me.
Yeah, absolutely. And I love that you make women feel beautiful from the inside out. And those are that's what you're doing is, you're making an impact. So there's definitely something within us that when we are in your world, we feel that. Yes, you're doing the tutorials and God love you. You have helped me so much on applying makeup at my age because oh my goodness, I had no idea because I was totally doing makeup like I was doing in my 20s. And you did a whole tutorial for us in the Glow Up School, and literally our minds were blown. We were going, no way. I had no idea. So I think of you all the time when I'm purchasing makeup, when I'm applying makeup. I'm always thinking about your tips and tricks and just again helping us to feel beautiful on the outside, but also beautiful from the inside. And so I'm curious, what does beauty mean to you now that you're in your 60s? Has it completely changed from when you were in your 20s or 30s?
Oh yes. Like, beauty is not superficial, not at all.
Mm,
Beauty is
love
who
that.
you are as a person, who you represent, what kind of legacy you're going to leave. That is beauty to me. What kind of impact you've had on people, how you've
Yeah.
treated people. That to me is pure beauty. I come on here some days with zero makeup because there's some days I don't want to put makeup on. And I will take an entire day and not put a stitch of makeup on and still feel beautiful because I know now why I was created. I know my purpose. And I
Mhm.
know that what I'm doing is helping other women, which, like, there's no better feeling than that.
I know.
Especially women in midlife, women in their 60s, women in their 70s. Like, I'm in a online group right now, women over 60, and some of the things that people post in there literally blows my mind. Like, I'm not happy with this. I'm not.
Mm.
You have to change that. You're the only person that can make you happy.
Mhm.
So yeah, it's really, it's work. Yes, it's
Yeah.
work, but it's fulfilling. It's very fulfilling.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Well, and I think, you said a couple of things in there that made me think about some different questions. But one of the things that I was thinking about is that, when I was younger, of course, 50 felt like it was so far off. And then, of course, you hit your 50s, and all of a sudden you're like, well, wait a minute. Now I get when they say 50s is the new 30. I'm like, yes, yes, it is. Because our minds are still just so, intact. And, there's still things that we're excited about. And I feel like one of the things that happens is exactly what you just said is that some women feel like this is meant to be a time that we are slowing down and that what is my purpose now? I've had my kids, I've had my career. What do I do now? And there is this really strange evolution that I think happens, and either you get stuck there or you start to find a way out. And so, what would you say to women who feel like midlife is like you're feeling stuck? You're feeling like, okay, I've just slowed down, but I don't know if I really want to because I feel like I'm still young and vibrant on the inside. I might have some creaky joints right now, but it doesn't mean that I want to stop. You know, what would you say to women like that, or, that it's not too late to start something new?
Oh, it's definitely not too late. And time goes faster as we age. And you have to realize that your time here is limited on earth. And how do you want to spend the rest of that time? Do you want to spend it in your little comfort bubble? Do you want to open yourself up to an opportunity that is like way out there? Like you have to really sit down and examine yourself and be like, yes, I'm comfortable here, but what if I moved over here? What opportunities, what would that open up for me?
Mhm.
And I'm not one to live in a comfortable spot. I'm one to stretch myself and be uncomfortable to get what I feel like I was meant to show other women and be.
Mhm.
So you just have to ask yourself those questions. And if you're comfortable where you are, then that might be for you. But
Right.
I know that there's just so much more to life.
Yeah. Do you think that entrepreneurship shaped that in you, or was it something different?
Oh, definitely entrepreneurship.
Mm.
Yeah, definitely entrepreneur.
Same.
I never, ever, ever pictured myself as a business owner. I
I
thought I was going to be that pharmacy technician that just stayed in that hospital pharmacy, which
Mhm.
was toxic, by the way,
Mm.
and just lived out my career for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
And then, and thinking back to that, now I'm like, I would have missed out on so much,
Right.
you know,
Such
like
a
so
great
much
point.
travel, so much experience, so many
Mhm.
friendships, just so much.
Yeah. So what do you feel like, if you could put your finger on it and say these are like the top one or two things that I've learned about myself since becoming an entrepreneur, what would you think that would be?
Number one is I never thought that I could do this, but I really can do this. So even if you think you can't do it, you 100% can do it, because that was me. It was like I would look at other people and be like, "Oh, must be nice. She's going on
Mm,
another vacation. Must be nice." And
mm,
now I'm doing those things and I'm like, and here I am because I said yes to a simple decision. And just I don't know, like just live
yeah.
life each day to the fullest, because tomorrow is never promised. You never know when your time on earth is going to end, and you've been given a life. You have one chance to live it, so live it with purpose and live it with passion.
So good. So good. So curious too, because this is always something I love to ask women. What is, or do you have, I think I know the answer to this question, but I want everybody else to hear, a daily ritual or a mindset that just kind of keeps you in that space of continued growth and living in your purpose?
I listen to well, each morning I have a gratitude journal that I journal what I'm grateful, three things that I'm grateful for every day, because I have so much to be grateful for.
Mhm.
And then I will listen to a short, um, not a podcast, but like a inspirational video. Mel Robbins is one of my
Yeah.
favorites, or something like that. And
Hmm.
then I move my body, even though I hate to move my body.
Yep.
Exercise is not my friend. I know that this body has carried me to 62 years. This body deserves to be treated properly, and it's treated me very well. So I need to treat it very well.
Oh, you're inspiring me even right now hearing that, because that is what I was going to say, is that I know for you, moving your body, I have seen you do that consistently. And that is inspiring because I love how you just said that. I love how you said this body has gotten me to where I am now, and I want to continue treating it well. And I love that because, again, I think that as women, we all have our struggles and we have our things. But one of the things that I can say for certain, the women in midlife that I know that are thriving, that are living in their purpose, finding their purpose, all of those things, they have that growth mindset and they absolutely 100% stay in gratitude.
Yes.
I believe that with my whole heart, that that is such a huge game changer And when I started that practice, and I say practice because exactly what you said about writing down three things, that's a practice. So
Hmm.
it's intentionally looking at, yeah, there are so many. I mean, I can look around right now, I can think about it and go, I could sit here and list 100 things. But to really get specific and be grateful every single day has been such a game changer for me because it keeps me in a space where I am not dwelling on all of the challenges because there are challenges. You know, we're going
Oh,
to constantly hit up against things. I know you have gone through some
yes.
transformations just even since we have known each other in the last year and a half ish. That there's been some big things that you've gone through. But I can see that consistency in your practices and what you do has made such a difference. And you just keep on going, which is so
Yes.
admirable for sure.
Yeah. Yeah. You can stay in that negative mindset. You can stay in that, why is this happening to me? Or you can do something about it. Like you
Yeah,
can control what you can control.
right.
So,
Yep. Well,
eh,
so I have to ask you, what do you love about being in your 60s now?
what do I love about being the senior discount?
Oh my gosh, my husband is totally into this right now. Let me tell you, he's
Yeah.
taking full advantage, full advantage.
Yeah. When you see that seniors eat for free, I'm a senior.
I love it. I love it. That is awesome. Well,
Yeah.
I have to also ask you if you could give your 40-year-old self one piece of advice, what would that be?
Take the leap. Just go for it. Like, don't stay in the comfortable, make yourself uncomfortable, see what's out there for you, like see why you were created, figure that out, and then just keep moving towards that target. Yeah, for sure, for sure.
See, you guys, this is why I had to have her on my podcast. Do you hear? Like, this is how she lives her life. And again, super authentic, such a light. And I know that so many of you are out there listening and feeling inspired to take that leap and say yes to something new. If anything, if you get that from this episode today, is saying yes to something new. Maybe it's a hobby. Maybe you have been feeling that tug or that pull that Pam was talking about and wanting to make a change in your career or do something different. Listen to that. It's there for a reason. I believe that with my whole heart that God doesn't plant that on your heart for nothing. There's something to explore in that space. So just explore it. Take the leap. Like we said, time starts to go by faster. It really does. I feel like, gosh, I I look back and I go, how am I already here? And especially with kids, there's something about once they get a little bit more independent, and Pam, you may agree with this as well. It's like once our role changes a little bit and they're not as dependent on us, and all of a sudden they're more independent and we're doing our life, I look at time and I just go, how am I already almost an empty nester? One kid is already out, another one is, a junior in high school, and I go, how did this happen?
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So
And you're never too old to start
yes,
something new. You're never too old to start something new.
yes,
Just
you're
always
never
remember
old.
that.
That is so
Yeah.
true. I love it because
Yeah.
believe me, and here's something so cool, Pam, to just kind of reaffirm that my grandma is 93 years old. And it was so cool because she does a little bit of Facebook. She really is just more of like family. She just wants to hear. She goes, I know you guys are all too busy to call, and everyone's all around the country. So at least on Facebook, I can see what y'all are up to. And it was so adorable because when I had just, my book had just come out, gosh, what has it been, like a month and a half ago? My grandma wrote in the comments and said, even at 93 years old, I'm still inspired by your lessons and I feel like I'm still changing. And I was
Aw.
like, oh, it
Oh
was
my God.
so beautiful because I thought, here we think like, oh, at 93, she's throwing in the towel. And now I will tell you, she's like, I'm ready to go whenever the Lord wants to take me. That's what she says. I've lived a great life, but she loves being here and still learning the lessons. And she says, hearing women talking about this more and really just, she goes, when I was your age, Noelle, it was very different. It was,
Oh,
we were going, okay, at 50, 55, we're retiring, or we were home with our kids. And once they left, it was our husbands were retiring and we were just going to travel and do the things. And she goes, it's not, she goes, I would have never thought in a million years to start something new in my 50s. She goes, but looking back, I also love that she goes, I always liked my little side project. She goes, I sold jewelry and she sold this like silver, some kind of plates or whatever. And she goes, I never thought about it, but now I can go, oh, that's why, because I wasn't finished yet. I still liked to
yes.
do things and be with my girlfriends. And, so I feel like all of our generations, we just get to all lean in on each other and learn from each other. And it's so much fun. And I'm just so grateful for you. I'm so grateful that you said yes. I'm so grateful that you're doing all the things because you truly are such an inspiration. And thank you for all of your words of wisdom today. It's been so fun.
Oh, this was amazing. Thank you so much for having me. And I hope I provided some value for somebody out there that's maybe 55 and thinking, why was I created? There's got to be more to life. So let me
Totally.
be your example.
Yes. And then, of course, okay, I have to ask you before we go, and I didn't tell you about this, so this is kind of a surprise for you, but we have been doing this little thing. It's called a spark and spill segment, and it's super easy, super fun. It's just quick fire questions. You don't have to overthink it. It's just fun questions. Would you be willing to play with me today?
Of course.
Okay, this is when we get to know our guests in like a super fun, intimate way. So, all right. So my first question is your morning glow up. What is one thing you do every morning that sets the tone for your day?
First thing I do when I wake up is drink a cold glass of water.
Love it, because that
That
is so
that
key
gets
for
your
you guys.
metabolism going.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Yeah.
Now, favorite confidence booster. Is it like a lipstick? Is it a song? What is it that makes you feel unstoppable?
I would say doing my morning skincare routine and seeing that glow on my face.
Yes. And you guys, those of you that are watching YouTube, you can see literally, this is what I tell Pam all the time. Even when we hopped on today, I go, look at the glow on your face. Like, I am telling you, Pam, you have the most beautiful skin. And you always say, this isn't, you don't just have it. Like, you have to take care of it. And you do that so beautifully. And it shows because your skin is absolutely gorgeous. Okay, next question. If you could have dinner with any inspiring woman, past or present, who would it be?
Mel Robbins.
Oh, love it. I'm going to join you in on that. I'm going to join
Yeah.
in on that with you. I
Yeah.
love her. And then
Yeah.
last question, favorite beauty or self-care product that you swear by right now?
Oh, I have so many of them, but I would say the Korean skincare cushion that I use as a foundation. Top notch.
Oh, I love it, love it. I knew that would be an easy question for you and a little plug
Yeah.
because we need to get people in your world. And Pam, seriously, you're pure sunshine and I just adore you. Again, thank you so much for playing with me and for hanging out with us today. I'm going to make sure that we have all of the ways to be in touch with Pam and get into her world. Pam, will you just shout out your Instagram page so we can all just start following you like right now?
That would be awesome. My Instagram page is called Glam with Pammy. So go give me a follow over there, friends.
Yes, I promise you, you will love it. You will have so much fun over there. Get into her world. We'll have her links and check out all of the things that she's doing because they are fabulous. And until next time, keep rising, keep shining, and know that the best day is right here waiting for you. See you next week, friends. Thanks for joining me here today. Your presence means the world to me. If you enjoyed what you heard, please consider leaving a rating and review, and don't forget to follow or subscribe so you never miss an episode. Head to the show notes and let's connect. Rise to Shine Co. is ready to support you in coaching, collaboration, life tips, or even a coffee chat. Until next time, keep shining, my friends.